I okay?
I'm too rolling.
Am I good to go?
Very good.
Media will not like to go to that.
All of those social life, it's my own proprietary. But I'll share it. 3, 2, 1. Action.
My name, Funminiyi Afuye, born in Ekiti 63 years ago. I'll be 63 on Thursday this week. Of my parents are Ezekiah Afuye of blessed memory. My mom, Felicia Remilekum Afuye. She's still alive and kicking. I attended primary school in Ekiti, St. John's Primary School from 1961 to 67. I went to early primary school, same Ikere Afawe Ikere, 1968. 1969, I proceeded to the secondary school, Annunciation School, Ikere Ekiti, a Catholic school. I finished 1973. We were the first set of June. We spent 2.5 years in school. From there, I had an interregnum, I would say, a gap. But from up to 1973, I said, 1976, I entered the prestigious University of Ife, now appropriately called Obafemi Awolowo, named after our hero, our sage, Chief Obafemi Awolowo. I finished in 1980. I read political science, went for the youth service. After the youth service, I immediately proceeded to go for my master's at the University of Lagos. Along the line, I was a teacher at the Methodist Girls High School, Yaba, Lagos. From there, I was employed into the banking industry, Bank of Credit and Commerce, and I spent a while there. From there, I moved to Equatorial Trust Bank. The last bank I worked was First African Trust Bank. Due to mergers and acquisition, all the 3 banks are no longer in existence. But I had a long career in the banking industry, about 13, 14 years. From there, of course, I had been a political person right from the university days. That I represented my faculty in the Students' Representative Council. From there, of course, we belong to so many other student groups, Alliance of Progressive Students. So I started cutting my teeth in politics right from the university days. Then, of course, when we came out, we were in the radical ideological groups. But when you come out, what approximated in praxis, the practical platform, was the AWO model. And of course, we started following the AWO practical politics, ideology, and we have, of course, by then, we're not young, we're too young to be in age, but we were supporters of the Unity Party of Nigeria, and any tendency that we believe approximates AWO's ideology have always been there. We are activists in the SDP, even though under the military regime, and of course, next, after SDP, we formed the Alliance for Democracy. That was where we started being active. And I should mention that during the military regime, we were very active, very, very active in the struggle against the annulment of June 12. indeed, that was what really brought us to the forefront of partisan politics. That was Afenifere. We joined the Afenifere. Indeed, some of us, we formed a group, nine of us, called it Idile. That was what linked us with the leadership of Afenifere, led by Pa Ajasin then. And of course, when Pa Ajasin died, the leadership was succeeded by Senator Abraham Adesanya, who led Afenifere, and of course the Nadeco aspect, Nadeco too, who can be called the young Nadeco, because we took a lot of risks. It will interest you that the day Abacha died, I was in my car to go and defend Okubola. We know a lot of our leaders had been incarcerated. I was in my car. We had to Papa Adesanya, who led us at the Federal Court in Abeokuta. It was when we came back to go and defend Okubola that the story started filtering that Abacha had died. And I was with Abraham Adesanya, our leader, to go at the court. And you can imagine the kind of risk that meant if there was stampede. But people, of course, everybody took the news with gladness, even though we should not be happy about the death of somebody. But the struggle we were embarking upon required that Abacha was perhaps the enemy. He was the enemy of democracy. And of course, when he died, we still continued our groups. We were linking up with our leaders. All of us. I'm not here to mention names, but when we start writing our memoirs, we'll have something to say about that. Of course, you are aware that immediately after that, the Alliance for Democracy was formed. Some who were the activists, who were the people, we were still following the leaders. Some of us went to contest. Some of us won. Indeed, we won on the platform of Alliance for Democracy. Of course, there were political dynamics going on. The Alliance for Democracy gave way for Action Congress. Action Congress gave way to Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN. And of course, we were eventually settled at All Progressive Congress, which is the party on ground now. Meanwhile, in 2003, I contested. Of course, we are aware that the brigandage, the rigging machine of PDP then, I lost. I had another shot at it. I won that election, and winning the election, I became, at the platform of Action Congress of Nigeria, and there was this very funny, with the parties, PDP and APC, we had 13-13 equal representation. It produced a very serious situation that there was no majority, no minority. Indeed, that was when we had to engage in a very serious battle. When they told us that because the governorship was still in contest, our governor, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, was rigged out of the executive, but the only platform we could use to further the struggle was the House of Assembly. I was made the leader, and of course, we fought the battle while using the platform of the legislature, the only platform left for us, while the struggle to revalidate, to reclaim the mandate of Dr. Fayemi was at the courts. And the court is part of the process, the electoral process. If there is any contention, no election is complete until the final resolution. To God be the glory, even though there was a long trek to freedom, and there were 2 elections. However, On October 16, 2010, Dr. Funminiyi got his mandate back. And of course, we now were presented with a different scenario. Some of our colleagues in the other party joined us. That was how I became the majority leader until the end of that legislative year, the third assembly. Immediately after the third assembly, I had wanted to go to the Senate, but it didn't work. And of course, Dr. Funminiyi, the governor, who was the governor then, graciously offered me a position to serve in his cabinet. And I was made Commissioner for Information. When there was cabinet reshuffle, I was made Commissioner for Integration. The first one, Commissioner for Information. The second one, Commissioner for Integration and Intergovernmental Affairs. Of course, until I was there until another political haze happened that we were rigged out of this thing that all of us went to. Now again, we're back. Dr. Funminiyi won another election in July, and our own election too, I won. I am graciously by my colleagues elected as the Speaker of the House. I think that's a brief synopsis, a summary of my political trajectory. A society that has no value is not, fit to survive. It's not fit to live. The Ekiti people, in their pristine nature, have been known for uprightness, for anything good. Even as a wife or as a husband, the Ekiti persona is that they are not found in anything that is illegal, that is immoral, that they are just a class of their own. How it came to happen, we all don't know. But in the pristine Ekiti, a pristine Ekiti person is known for the best things. People that's trustworthy. People you can keep your money. They are not corrupt. They are people that you can rely upon, can go and sleep when you agree with an Ekiti person. Of course, with the narrative started changing. Of course, either by internal forces or externalities. Internal forces by some of our Ekiti people who have come to lead us and leading us wrong, in the wrong way that is very different from what the Ekiti people are noted for. Ekiti people are people that come to equity with clean hands. However, with development, with politics, either by military intervention or by individuals amongst ourselves, because we all know what our people have gone through. We're not we're not here to do blame game, but everybody knows that a lot of things have gone wrong in governance, in the character of the Ekiti person in the last few years. And now we want to reorientate them, want to bring back those pristine things that stood Ekiti, or that has stood Ekiti in its peculiar nature. That the people view that when an Ekiti man is somewhere, you can rest assured that things will go normal. But things started going wrong, and there's a need for us to bring back those values that produce another Ekiti person that you can, or a broad-based, a good number of Ekiti people that can be trustworthy, that you can rely upon. Well, whether we like it or not, those values have changed. Like I said, both by internal forces or by externalities. But what I mean by the externality is the Nigerian state. Whether we like it or not, the Nigerian state has really debased a lot of things. Corruption, kidnapping, violence, taking what does not belong to you. That might is right, of course, which had been imposed on us by the military long period of intervention. And of course, expansionist ambition of some people, whether we like it or want to encroach on the territory of others. Resistance becomes the order of the day. But the essence, the long and short of it is that values have been distorted. And now, how do we restore it? We restore it by good leadership. What we have in Ekiti now, like I was telling some people yesterday, that we are lucky. And this is an opportunity for us to bring back the pristine culture, the pristine character of the Ekiti man. How do I mean? I mean, when you have a government that is well coordinated, the executive, we go to the 5-point agenda of the government under Dr. Kayode Fayemi. Everything dovetails into value reorientation, bringing the best out of our people. Is it the knowledge economy? Because people are noted for their knowledge. The moment you are knowledgeable, you want to behave well. You don't want to do things that are out of the way, that people want to condemn. That's the knowledge economy is one of them. Letting the people understand, the essence of hard work will make people want to work, use their hands. These are some of the values that were created. Then education. The content of our education must go back to those pristine period. And in the process, teaching our young ones right from the cradle that this is bad, this is not, this is good, this is bad. Letting them know what is good for the development of the society. I think that is my own perception, my understanding of value orientation. And in the process of this, the people, especially the younger ones, who know that Yahoo is not the best way to life. They will know that hard work is the only way to life. They will be able to use their knowledge. Using Ekiti as a knowledge economy model is just like you are creating, let's cite an example of a Stanford University, which is the platform that all the innovations, a good part of the innovations we are seeing all over the world are coming from. That's where the Zuckerberg of this world, let our younger ones know that Zuckerberg is using his knowledge. Let our younger ones know that the Awolowos of the leaders in the past, they were ready to, they created an enabler environment that you don't even need to go and be begging for anything. They used free education to make you educated so that you'll be useful to yourself. There was free health, that when you go to the hospitals are there for you to provide for good health for you. There was integrated agriculture. In summary, the greatest good of the greatest number. In the process, the values of our people will change. And that is what Ekiti is up for now. Thank God we have a good executive. The legislature, I want to say for the umpteenth time, under this dispensation, if you go and look at the pedigree of all the people that have been elected into, the people have given their mandate freely in this house, you will know that this is an opportunity for us that we must not allow to slip our hands. The legislature is here to back the executive in whatever they are doing. And the judiciary, you don't even have a choice. For you to be highly educated, you must be trained as a lawyer before you can operate at the level of the judiciary. The authors of the principle of separation of powers, they only wanted a situation where no person is put in government to exercise the executive, the legislative, and the judicial power. It is that principle, having said that, even though they are equal, but it's cooperation, because the essence of governance is the good of the people. So the legislature and the executive must work together. And I can see the model in Ekiti that people will start emulating as we proceed. So, but now going to the legislative agenda, everything we are doing is good governance. We want to make laws that will elevate the people. We want to make laws that will make life easy for the people. You want to speak to whatever the yearnings of our people are in agriculture, in education, in value orientation, in every parameters that the law permits us. Because we are in the essence of all of this too is the rule of law. It's not that, oh, I'm coming to the legislature to come and be attacking. Then it means you are serving yourself. Except to see any phenomenon that is not in tandem with the good of the people. That's the only time. And when you even do it, you should do it in a very civilized manner, not the one that we witnessed, with all due respect, at the national level. It was rather obscene. Thank God, a situation like that should not allow to happen again. Or in Ekiti, we have a 26 member. We are not going to be rubber stamp, or we are not going to do anything tantamount to against the interests of the people in lawmaking. And of course, we have a good executive, that has already set, there's a motion, a process on ground. In executive, legislative, parley, we have it on ground. That even one of the critical areas, which is budget making, there is executive, legislative parley. All of you are brought together. This is the agenda, the budget agenda for this fiscal year. And the moment all of you sit to it, you speak to it, you bring all that your people from your constituencies want, and they are factored into the budget. What else are you fighting for? Except you now want to say the budget should be for your pocket. It shouldn't be. It's the pocket of the people that we're talking about. And what I mean by the pocket of people is development of the people in education, health, in agriculture, infrastructure, everything. And that's what we're witnessing in Ekiti now. Let us go and pick from the people, the leaders of Ekiti, either in academia, in governance, that had led this Ekiti, that were noted for what the good things they were noted for. Let's go back to learn that and know that success is not by a sudden jump. It is by dint of hard work. If you pick all the great people in academia in Ekiti that we all knew, they are the Samalukos of this world. They rose to international repute. The Akintoyes, the JF Ajayi, some of our younger ones don't even know all of these people. And of course, when you go further, the Awolowos of this world, the people that worked with him, all of them got to the peak of their careers by dint of hard work. None of them got to the place by corruption or getting rich quick. It was not possible then. So I am commending that to our younger generation. Let us go back. And indeed, when you see a government that is trying to reenact all those things, like the government of Dr. John Kayode Fayemi in Ekiti, I think that's the way to go. Mo fẹ́ kí kété ọmọ Ekiti lólé lóko lókè òkè òkun àti kété kan yà ní àgbáyé ìjàre ìjà padà sí ìṣèkà tí ṣe láyé àtijọ́. Kan mọ̀ pé Ekiti ọ̀nìyàn yìí ọ̀nìyàn yẹ ní ẹ̀nà yà ẹ̀dẹ̀rùn pé ọ̀nìyàn ilẹ̀ yìí ilẹ̀ yẹ láì pé rárá bẹ́ẹ̀ ìjà padà síbẹ̀ ẹ̀sọ́ ní kẹ́ ṣọlẹ̀ kàn pè ní ọ̀nì yìí ẹ̀sọ́ ní kẹ́ pọ̀rọ̀ kàn pè lọ́nì yìí ẹ̀sọ́ ní kẹ́ lọ́nì lọ́gbà kàn pè lọ́nì yìí ọ̀nì kọ́ wá sí kó wá rẹ̀ bá ti dá ní pè lọ́nì yìí òwà Ekiti dá mo ní jẹ́ pé láyé àtijọ́ wọ́n máa fẹ́ gba ní ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn ti gbọ́wọ́ Èkìtì lọ́yà ọ̀nà wọn àgbà òṣìṣẹ́ àyàsù wọn ìwé àké oúnjẹ ọmọ Èkìtì kò wá sí ilé iṣẹ́ mi ò ṣe kẹ́kẹ́ òtún mẹ́yìn mi ò ṣe ń burúkú so já padà síbẹ̀ iṣẹ́ wọn.
Ṣé méjì sọ?
Ṣé mo sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa? Yes, absolutely, sir.
Ṣé wàá kí n